The air was brisk in Coolfield, a small town nestled between snow-covered mountains. But inside the town's greenhouse, it was an entirely different world. Vi, Gree, Heis, Jan and Rav stood at the entrance, their eyes wide with wonder. The greenhouse, a glass behemoth, shimmered like a jewel against the cold winter landscape. It was home to lush plants and vibrant flowers, thriving in an environment carefully controlled by technology.
It's incredible that this place even exists.
Gree brushes her fingers across the cool glass door as if the greenhouse itself might sense her admiration. To her, it felt like stepping into a fantastical realm, one that sharply contrasted the cool weather of the town outside.
There's an ancient legend about the Coolfield mountain.
Explained, Vi?
It's said that those that climb high up can hear echoes from the past. There's even a story about a couple who once reached the mountaintop only to find themselves still at the base of the mountain. It's as though they never had to climb back down again and were already at the base.
A one-way trip to the mountaintop? These stories are amazing.
Called out Gree in disbelief. Just as the group moved deeper into the heart of the greenhouse, a deep rumble shook the ground beneath their feet. The sound intensified, a low growl that morphed into a thunderous crash, and suddenly chaos erupted. A massive rock, dislodged from the hillside nearby, barreled down, striking the dome of the greenhouse with explosive force. An ominous crack echoed in the air, followed by the shattering of glass as shards flew like confetti.
Quick, over here!
The friends rushed towards the source of her distress, eyes wide with shock. The dome above them had developed a gaping hole, allowing the frigid air to seep through. The warmth within the greenhouse was suddenly cooling down.
Did you see that? We need to do something, and fast.
We can't let the cold ruin everything. This wasn't just a field trip. Those plants are depending on us now.
We have to find materials to put a patch over this hole. We're going to need something sturdy and large enough to cover it, plus tools to secure it.
Jan glanced around, spotting the outline of a large store shed just outside the main greenhouse area.
There might be spare glass in there. It'll be our best bet.
She pointed, and without another moment's hesitation, they dashed out of the greenhouse, the biting cold on their heels.
If we can find a hydraulic lift, we might access the roof safely.
A hydraulic lift out here.
Asked Gree.
They used a lift to prune the trees just earlier this week. It's probably kept in the maintenance room, next to the storeroom with the spare parts.
Great idea. We can elevate ourselves to the level of the damage while also keeping a safe distance.
The friends broke off into small groups, each fueled by adrenaline and the urgency of the situation. Gree and Jan rushed over to the storeroom, carefully selecting reliable tools, screwdrivers, hammers and gloves to protect their hands. Meanwhile, Rav and Vi ran toward the maintenance room, the echo of their footsteps resonating against the greenhouse walls. As they reached the maintenance room, they discovered the hydraulic lift nestled in the corner, dusty from neglect but otherwise intact.
Let's check the controls.
His fingers raced over the buttons and levers like a pianist on a stage. Once they assessed that the lift was operational, the team gathered back at the dome. They worked together as a well-oiled machine, using their diverse skills to transform the chaos into a plan.
I found the spare glass panel. It's just big enough to cover the hole.
The relief that washed over them felt like a warm sunbeam breaking through the winter clouds. The view from the top of the hydraulic lift was breathtaking. As the cold air drew near, they could see rows of brilliant greens and bright reds thriving within the greenhouse, a reminder of what was at stake. The sight fueled their determination. They had to finish this before the harsh winter clawed its way inside. As they carefully replaced the broken glass with the substitute, teamwork truly unfolded before them. Heis steered the glass panel with one hand, aligning it perfectly over the gaping hole, while Gree and Rav secured it into place with the screws. Their hearts raced with each turn of the screwdriver, and soon enough, they let a collective sigh of relief when the final screw was tightened.
We did it!
Rav exclaimed, beaming at the newly restored dome, a symbol of their commitment and ingenuity.